everyone. Happy Monday. It's time for your Archeia Guidance Angel Cards weekly reading. My name is Kelly Flanagan and I'm author of Archeia Guidance, Inspirations from the Feminine Aspects of the Archangels. And my amazing partner, the intuitive artist, Courtney Nutter, she and I created a deck of angel cards for you. And there she is. Hey Courtney, thank you for joining us today. Oh, and there's Effie. Hi Effie, I'm going to wave to you. Thank you for being here. We're going to be doing our weekly reading with our Archeia Guidance Angel Card deck. The Archeia are the female archangels. Most people know them in their masculine form, but they also have a feminine side known as the Archeia. So what I like to do for your weekly reading is I just shuffle the cards until I'm guided to stop. And then I will pull 3 cards for the week. One for the beginning, one for the middle, and one for the end. It's all done through the law of attraction, the power of intention. So there are no mistakes. It's all divinely guided. And then I will start a new live stream after this for our angel party where I'll be pulling cards for you. If you would like a message from the Archeia, stay tuned for that. I'll start a new live stream and we will have our angel party. But first we're going to have our weekly reading. So let's see what messages the Archeia have for us this week. Of course, the first card we have is Archeia Shekinah. She is the angel of patience. And she has been coming in and wanting to remind us to follow divine guidance. So, God and the angels are always with you, always guiding you, supporting you, loving you, and they are giving you loving, supportive guidance on your spiritual journey. And I know that patience for me myself is not always my strong suit, but I have found that the more that I stop trying to force and push and make things happen, it's amazing how the universe will either guide me where I need to go or things will just fall right into my lap. And that's what happens when you take a step back, you relax, and you allow God and the angels to lead the way. They lead the way. And I actually had to take ballroom dancing classes to actually learn how to do this, how to apply it in the physical world, because I had always been taught that I had to go out and make things happen. I had to push and pound the pavement and I had to force myself, to create things in my life, that I had to be the one to do that. And it was the exact opposite of how the universe works. The universe works by us allowing things to happen, relaxing and letting things unfold. It's a natural process. So what I was taught to do was to, go out there and make it happen and force it to happen, and that is totally unnatural. And when you look at nature, and especially now, fall is starting to creep in, even here in Florida. People think that we have perpetual summer, but we also have seasons down here. But it's amazing because you have to be even more perceptive to nature and to how it unfolds here in the sunshine state. It's very subtle. It's a very subtle awareness. And once you tap into that natural rhythm, you start to see how it just all unfolds magically. It's almost magical how things will start to unfold for you, how you'll be guided, you'll be led to what is best for you and what is needed for your spiritual journey, and how it just unfolds naturally. It's amazing how that happens. But we have to be able to listen, tune into that divine guidance, and allow God and the angels to take us where we need to go. And that's a big part of it. I think a lot of us, we hear the messages, or we feel them, or we see them, or we know them, whichever mode of communication that the universe communicates with you. We're aware of, we're conscious of the messages, but there also has to be the wherewithal to actually follow it, to follow the messages, to follow the guidance that we're receiving, and to trust it, That is a big part of being able to live our lives through divine guidance. Not only hearing the messages, but following them and trusting them. So Archeia Shekinah, she's the angel of patience, and she helps us to do that. She helps us to listen for those messages, and helps us to follow the messages that we're receiving, the guidance that we're receiving, and being able to trust that. And it took me personally a long time to do that, because I didn't trust the messages I was receiving, because I had been taught that I had to force things to happen. And life was a struggle because of that. Life was a struggle. It was very unnatural. It was very unnatural. I was going against what the universe was trying to tell me. And when you get to the point where you can start listening to that guidance, when you can start following the guidance and trusting the guidance, things just unfold magically. It just unfolds magically. So that's what I always think of when Archeia Shekinah, the angel of patience, comes up. Patience, I know, is something that a lot of people struggle with, but once you start practicing it, life becomes magical. And that's what Archeia Shekinah, the angel of patience, reminds us of. She says, life is meant to be easy and fun. If you find yourself struggling or pushing to get ahead, sit back and wait for my guidance. I know when the time is right for you to move forward. Tune into me and I will show you the way. So Archeia Shekinah, the angel of patience, wants us to follow divine guidance. Such a great reminder. And then we have Archeia Seraphina. She is the angel of charity, and she wants us to love and accept ourselves, and she wants you to know that you are perfect. So something else that comes up for me, and Archeia Seraphina, she came in last week as well. Divine guidance it's a practice. It's a practice. Following divine guidance, following your intuition, listening to the messages, it's all a practice. And it takes time, and it takes courage to do that. Because a lot of times, at least I know for me in my own life, listening to the guidance from God and the angels, from the universe, didn't follow a traditional path. And that's what I was like trying to force in my life, was for things to be traditional. And the more I fought against it, the more I struggled, the more life was not easy because of that. And I made a lot of mistakes because of that. I made a lot of mistakes. But I also learned a lot. I also learned so much about myself, about how the universe works, how the natural process works, and how it naturally unfolds. And Archeia Seraphina is reminding us that those mistakes we made, they don't define us. They don't mean that you are a mistake. It just means you made a mistake so that you could learn something new, something different, something better. A better way of doing things, a better way of processing, a better way of traveling on your spiritual journey. It doesn't mean that that you're supposed to struggle through everything in your life. That's not what that means. It means you learn, you grow, and every step along the way, every lesson along the way is perfect for you. It's perfect for your growth. It's perfect for what you came here to learn, and it's perfect for your experience here. And I had to go through the things that I had to go through to be able to live a spiritual life, a life that is in alignment with my journey, and life became more easy because I was in alignment with what was best for me. And only in listening to the guidance, only in following the guidance, only in making the mistakes that I made along the way, that's how I learned what was best for me. And what was best for me is not what's best, for others. And it's all a process. And I had to ask for physical signs in the physical universe to help me learn to be able to trust the process, to trust my intuition, to trust the guidance that I was receiving. I had to ask for physical markers in my life. And everyone's different, and everyone has different guidance, a different guidance system. It's different for everyone. And so Archeia Seraphina is here to remind you that it's not a competition. It's not about you getting the same messages as everyone else, or you getting the same guidance as everyone else, or for what works for someone may not work for you. And she's reminding you that whatever works for you is perfect for you. That's your communication system with the universe. And the more you tune into that, the more you practice that, the easier it gets. The less and less you'll need those physical markers in your life to show you. For me, it was always pennies. I would ask for pennies to show me that I was being guided, and I would see pennies everywhere, in the most peculiar, weirdest places. But it was always a reminder that God and the angels were with me. They were guiding me. They were showing me the way. And now I know how that feels within me. I know what that guidance looks like. I know what that guidance feels like. I know what that guidance sounds like. I know within me. I don't need those outside markers, to tell me anymore, because I've learned how to trust the process. So Archeia Seraphina, the angel of charity, wants you to know that you are perfect. Your guidance system is perfect for you, and you're not competing, and you don't have to prove yourself, to anyone else that this message is for you and no one else. And you don't have to prove yourself that the messages that you are receiving are true for you. You just know, and you just listen, and you just learn. You just learn. It's a process for you to learn what is best for you. She says, you are perfect, whole, and complete. Any failures or mistakes you have made along the way do not define you. All of your experiences on your journey have been necessary for your spiritual growth and are meant to guide you in the direction of your soul's true purpose. There's nothing more perfect than that. So those messages you receive, those nudges, that guidance that you are receiving, it's meant for you. It's meant for you. And the more you listen to it, the more you follow it, the more you trust it, the more you know that you are on the perfect track for you and your soul's journey and your spiritual path. It's all about you. It's not about what anyone else is doing and what works for someone else. It's what the guidance system and the messages that you are receiving for you and your journey. It's all perfectly orchestrated for you. And there's Jan. Hi, Jan. Thanks for being here today. We're doing our weekly reading, and once we're done with the weekly reading, we'll be having our angel party, so please stay tuned for that. And the last card for this week, we have Archeia Aurora. She is the angel of grace, and she's helping us to transform ourselves on this spiritual journey. And we are here to, that's part of the process, is transforming into the spiritual beings that we are. We come into this world in physical form, and we learn all of these ways to operate in the physical world, and we're not taught how to tap into those higher vibrations, into that spiritual side of ourselves. And that's our true self. Our true self is, we are spiritual beings in this physical world. And the more that we can listen to our intuition and listen to the guidance from God and the angels, the more we can transform our experience from just a physical experience into a more spiritual experience. And that's what the whole transformation process is. We are becoming the beautiful butterfly that Archeia Aurora is. She is a butterfly angel. So we come in as this caterpillar in this physical world, and we transform ourselves into the beautiful butterflies by focusing on the good, focusing on the beautiful messages and the beautiful guidance that we are receiving from God and the angels. And we are transforming ourselves and our journey into the higher vibrations and into who we came here to be and what we came here to do. And everyone's journey is different. Everyone's journey is different, and you have to follow your own guidance. You have to follow your own intuition. You have to follow the messages that God and the angels are giving you. And they're all going to be different, because everyone is different, and everyone has a different path, and everyone has a different soul purpose. Everyone's journey is different, but we're all beautiful butterflies. We are all beautiful butterflies. So it doesn't matter how you get there. It doesn't matter how you get there. As long as you are focusing on peace and love and joy and the high vibrations and all the beauty that you see, you will get there. You will get there. And it's a process. And there are things that we encounter, just like a caterpillar encounters being in the cocoon and going through that transformation process. And it's not pretty. And it's not pretty. But when you get to the other side, by following your intuition and following the guidance that you're receiving, you become that beautiful butterfly, and your life becomes more and more beautiful. And that's such a great message. The more you listen to that, to your intuition, to that inner guidance from God and the angels, the easier life gets. The more grace you have in your life, because you stop forcing, you stop fighting, you stop struggling with everything in your life, and it just flows. It just flows. And if you actually watch a butterfly flying, they don't do a lot of actual, flapping the wings. They float. And isn't that what Muhammad Ali always said? You float like a butterfly. So that's what Archeia Aurora is helping us to do, to float through life. It will be easy. It will be fun. She says, "Call on me to shine the light on all that you consider dark in the world today. I am here to transform the negativity in your life so you may see the true colors and beauty in everything. I illuminate the way to all the goodness in the world and help you to see the positive side in everyone and everything." Such a great message. We're here to relax, enjoy, and have a beautiful, peaceful, loving journey through life. And the more that we listen to God and the angels and focus on the good things and the beauty in our lives, the easier it gets. Such a great message for this week. I love it. Okay, I'm going to do a quick recap of this week's message, and then I will start our angel party. I'll start a new live stream for our angel party. I'll be pulling cards for you today. And we're also having our Chakra Siren soiree today. I will be pulling cards from our Chakra Sirens Energy Healing cards, our Magical Mermaid cards today as well. So please stay tuned for that. But first, a quick recap. Archeia Shekinah, the angel of patience. She reminds us that God and the angels are always with us, always guiding us, protecting us, and giving us clear messages on our spiritual growth and our soul's journey. Our job is to listen for those messages. Our job is to follow the guidance that we receive and to trust in the universe in taking us where we are supposed to go. And then Archeia Seraphina, the angel of charity, reminds us that you are perfect. The messages that you received, the guidance that you receive on your journey is perfect for you. There's no comparison. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. It's not a test. The God and the angels don't test you. It's not a test at all. Any messages that you receive are for you on your spiritual journey. It's not for anyone else on their journey. And any mistakes that you've made along the way just help point you in the direction that you're supposed to go. It's not about, it's about learning. It's about learning to trust yourself and to trust those messages and to trust the path that you are on and to know that it's perfect for you. And then we have Archeia Aurora, the angel of grace, reminding us that this is a process. It's a transformation. We transform our lives from pushing and forcing and struggling to relaxing and allowing and focusing on the good and focusing on the messages that God and the angels are giving us for our path as it unfolds. It's an unfolding, and it's a process. And the more we trust in that process and the more that we listen to our guidance from God and the angels, the easier life gets. Such a great message for this week. Okay, you guys, be sure to check out our website, archeiguidance.com, where you can get your very own deck of angel cards. You can book a personal reading with me if you'd like more in-depth messages from the Archeiai. And you can check out our angel shop. We have so many fun products there to help you learn more about the Archeia, who are the female archangels, and to find out how they are helping us right now. So go check that out. And we also have our Chakra Sirens energy healing cards. These are our magical mermaid cards, and we will be having a Chakra Siren soiree today, so please stay tuned for that as well. We'll be pulling cards from the Chakra Sirens energy healing cards for messages for you today. And this week we are focusing on our third eye chakra and tapping into our intuition. Of course. That is the message for this week from the mermaids as well. The angels and the mermaids, I love when they give the same message. She says, I dive into the depths of my internal ocean. So we will be focusing on the third eye chakra this week in our energy healing circle on Facebook. So please join us there for third eye chakra opening and healing. And I will be right back with our angel party. I'll be pulling cards from the Archeia Guidance Angel Card deck next. And then at 3 o'clock, we will be pulling cards from the Chakra Sirens Energy Healing deck. So please stay tuned. I'll be right back with your angel party. Bye.